Good morning, Keykey Stowaway subscribers and viewers. Meditation mantra of the day. We are the fruit of foundation. We are the Rossetta Star to shine. We are seen as endurance to end emptiness. We are electric. We are electric. Okay. We are the fruit of foundation. We are the Rossetta Star to shine. We are seen as endurance to end emptiness. We are electric. We are electric. We are the fruit of foundation. We are the Rossetta Star to shine. We are seen as endurance to end emptiness. We are electric. We are electric. We are the fruit of foundation. We are the Rossetta Star to shine. We are seen as endurance to end emptiness. We are electric. We are electric. We are the fruit of foundation. We are the Rossetta Star to shine. We are seen as endurance to end emptiness. We are electric. We are electric. We are the fruit of foundation. We are the Rossetta Star to shine. We are seen as endurance to end emptiness. We are electric. We are electric. Yes, We are electric. We are that Rossetta Star. So let's see what our karma cards want us to recognize within ourselves. Yes. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What should we recognize in ourselves? Okay. Let's see. Bring this up, yes. All right, guys. Ancestors known and unknown, our spirit guide is here. And we're tapping into our emotions, our spiritual side. Today we're going within, which makes sense. How the weather is reflecting even the energy of how we're going to bring out that star quality, that Rossetta Star. We're going into the 11th house of the Aquarius. Spiritually, we're going to be free. Freedom. Actually, when going back over the meditation and mantra, free was the word I used to unlock the meditation and the mantra words of today. So we are spiritually heading towards our version of freedom. And we're having a equal masculine energy within us and equal feminine energy within us to wield in what we want as freedom in the now. Mentally, we're going to be looking at associations. Who do we want to be connected to when it comes to love relationships, when it comes to business ventures, when it comes to bringing out our spiritual abilities as a service, even our talents, the talent we truly love. We're mentally thinking about who we can associate when it comes to business, even associations that are currently active. We're looking at what kind of association works with who we are as an intuitive individual. Physically, your circle of friends will be your pillar of success. So let's see what Monty Farber says about the 11th house. Let's see. 11th house. That's strong intuition. Strong intuition. The first master number, I believe. If not, it should be. Feels like it. 11th house. We're close to the Piscean influence. So we're about to step into that Pisces, the sailor of the sea. But before we get there, we're trying to really unlock our intuition and make it fruitful in the now. Let's see. 81. And we're going to use the house of Sagittarius, the 9th house, to realize or figure out how to use the action, how to use our action. Sometimes our actions don't always have to be forward movement. Even doing empathic techniques is like forward movement. We're starting to think about how we can use our intuition or our empathic skill or trait to will in associations of success or associations of abundance. Okay. '81. Okay. The ninth and 11th house. Recap: the 10th house is the highest point in the horoscope. It is what we aspire to, our goals, our ambitions. And our career. It's the path up the mountain of our personal definition of success. In astrology, the 10th house, Cups, has been represented as the fatherly role of guiding the child into the world. But it is more accurate to say that it symbolizes all authority figures that influence and guide us personally to attain our goals. That's why we're looking at associates today. These authority figures usually have such great significance in our lives that their influence is absorbed and incorporated into our most basic beliefs about attaining our goals, whether we like it or not. Usually this happens because the influence of the 10th house figure is felt from earliest childhood. Even in the instances, let's see. What is that instances? Our fatherly role, like mentors that we had and teachers. Yes, even our mentors and our teachers would get on our nerves, but we knew they got on our nerves because they were clearing out the emptiness within us and restoring that electric spark of creativity. They helped us to learn how to get back our spark when we feel emotionally weary. Our teachers, our mentors, our coaches and instructors that we truly valued. We valued them because innately we knew that's what we aspired to be physically. If we had a physical being to show us who we would look and become as, we chose our mentors. Our mentors and teachers did not just choose us. And we chose them for a reason. Now we're seeing how choosing them as association can become that pillar of success. Usually this happens because the influence of the 10th house figure is felt from the early childhood. Even in the instances, our spirit guide is correct, is making sure that we really hear that. Even in the instances where in the 10th house does not represent the way we experience our parents. The person who is symbolized by the sign on the cusp becomes enormously significant because he or she is filling up that most important void. Wow. In the 11th house, while the 9th house is concerned with the authority of concepts and ideas that are already expected or respected by the world, the 11th house is concerned with the authority of concepts and the ideas that are proposed by you and the people with whom you identify. The most obvious group of people with whom we identify with, are our friends, your friends. In addition to the fun you have throwing and attending parties together, being with your friends makes you feel good. It makes us feel good about who you are. The process of accomplishing 10th house goals are made lighter by associating with people who appreciate you. For you, we are right now. You are right. Your beliefs are right. Your abilities are right. Your intuitions are right. Sometimes, but not always, our friends are people who share goals with us or are themselves engaged in similar careers. But even when they are not close friends, we can still derive substantial benefit from forming associations. All clubs and unions of people with shared goals come under the roof of the 11th house. Of course, anyone who has ever belonged to a club or union knows that sometimes it's easy to forget that every member shares common goals. The petty differences that may arise are natural in a group of people with different hopes and wishes about the way common goals should be reached. While the 10th house authority figures are the establishment and the 9th house authorities are the fairly well established principles from the establishment, the 11th house symbolizes those individuals, again, those individual, one, individual intuition. Think about that. We should definitely think about that. The 11th house symbolizes those individuals with ideas of their own who singularly, single out, or in groups, are trying to perfect and circulate their independent viewpoint so that they too may one day become the authorities. Yes. So, let's see what else do they say. Those with independent viewpoints are usually viewed by the world as eccentrics or geniuses. I see. The 11th house contains the same spirit of creativity, symbolized by its opposite, the 5th house, house of Leo. But in the 11th house, this creativity is not expressed solely for its own sake, as in the arts, but becomes the spirit of invention. The 11th house creativity is not expressed solely for its own sake, as in the arts, but becomes the spirit of invention, harnessed for the good of the group. Abstract thought becomes a necessary tool to be used when we desire to invent something. We must be able to envision something that has never existed before. And to do that, we must re-examine what exists now as if we had never seen it before. This process results in creative mutations that are only possible if we dare to focus our 5th house imagination and dream of a future yet to be. This represents science in its purest form. The 11th house is ruled by the planet Uranus and the sign Aquarius. We're going to be tapping into what makes us eccentric and unique. Today is going to be an intuitive ride. I love you. I love you, Keykey Story subscribers and viewers. We're going to look within today and come out with the light. What light will you be finding how to create as the new invention of 2018 going into 2019? We have today to really think about that. I love you. We will see you on the other side.